This is my opportunity to build my dream card store. Like, we don't need a second one. We don't need a third one. This is the time to build it. Like, I want to be on someone's card bucket list with, hey, I want to visit this shop, need card collector too, and I want to, I want to go here. So anything you could possibly imagine in a card store, all in one spot, that's what I'm trying to build. That's really important to me to make sure that somebody on opening day gets the same experience as somebody that comes 6 months from now. This is the next iteration of building the future card shop, right? And we want to be a place where dads can come with their kids and whole families can come, and high-end collectors and people looking for wax and a little bit of everything, right? The melting pot of the hobby where we have something for everyone. So looking out the front door now, you can see people looking in. What's up, guys? Let's go. It is busy. Busy. Can't move. Nobody runs trade nights like we run trade nights. This is proof for the person that inspired so much of that journey to walk in the world we built as a team from that fire is incredible. Gotta build the coolest card shop in America, one day at a time. Really, a lot of my success has been our success because, without those people every day, my team working tirelessly every day to make stuff happen, none of this, card shop would really be possible. So back when we opened in May of 2021, I think our goal was to try to build, I know what it was to, try to build one of the coolest card shops in America. We went from 550 square feet to, 1,100 square feet here, just over 1,000 square feet. So for us at the time, it was really an opportunity to really modernize and grow and have some space to continue to, build our dream store. But as time has gone on, you look around this place, and as we've continued to evolve, the market has changed so much. There's so much more stuff we're putting out. There's so much more stuff we're buying. The consumer, interests and needs have changed. Look behind this camera here, and there's so much Pokemon, and that's going to be a big part of the newer store, is just having more TCG. Like, that wasn't as big of a deal when we opened this spot in 2021. I think the goal was the same thing then. It's one, try to build the coolest card shop in America and still, continue to provide an incredible customer experience with as much variety and offerings as possible.
That wall is the most unused there is.
Yeah.
That wall up there. I know we talked about the slab wall, but I think that looks
pretty busy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just randomly there with just some, 40 slabs just doesn't make enough sense.
Yeah. Memorabilia, jurors, like.
Well, that's what I was almost wondering is, like, do we just run it from like here to the edge, like between edge of the window to edge of the window, and use that as like retail, like build these floating shelves that Sam's gonna put here. Do we build those down there and put retail there? Well, I think
we have to make this decision for shelves by Tuesday.
Yeah, because you're gonna put in countertop.
Because they're coming in Tuesday to measure.
Again, do we run it all the way to the wall with countertop, or do we build the shelves we're gonna build there right here and put something else here?
What would be for shelves?
I think the floating shelves, the first retail shelf just goes to the bottom. It goes to the bottom. I mean, it doesn't have to go it would look just like that. If you want to put something underneath it, you could put kids crates underneath it. But the first shelf's gonna start what, here? It's not gonna start here.
Yeah.
It might not go quite that low, but I'm gonna guess it's gonna be here,
Yeah.
somewhere in there.
Probably gonna lose 2 stacks of the value boxes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we'll have as many as we can. I would say make as many spaces in here for seats. If we just gotta go one section, one tower, whatever your shelves are, seat, one tower, seat, and you just go all the way down, and we do it that way.
Spot,
just so we can make as many spots as possible. I'm okay with that. But yeah, it just is, I'm not gonna, I have other uses for that. That needs to be a part of it. I would say nice, clean, black shelves.
Yep.
That's what I would go with.
They're going to be a little bit thicker than those.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to make it to the point where they're not.
Yeah. I don't want them to slouch. Is the wax wall going on there?
Yeah, it's gonna extend here and stop where the door stops.
So we're gonna put some shelving on the other side of it.
That come equal with this.
Okay. From the window over.
Yeah. So there's a few.
Because you're going to have your accent shadow box.
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. I mean, so the shop is gonna essentially be flipped completely. We're going to really change the setup of the entire shop. So if you walk into the shop now, the wax wall is on the left. Showcases are on the left. On the right is going to be all more self-service stuff. The single card boxes, 4 rows, 2 rows, etc. Your retail, your packs, your merch, your Pokemon. That's going to essentially flip. So you'll walk into the shop now and there'll be a major eye catcher for the wax on the right side. We'll have brand new, nicer showcases. Our friends at Zion Cases have really got into the, shop remodel space. So with showcases and helping design, and they've been a big part of this. So we've worked with Corey, Clint, and their team on, getting the nicest showcases we have. And you'll notice that right when you walk into the right, we'll have all, again, brand new showcases. We'll have a designated checkout desk, something again we don't necessarily have now. So again, just really trying to utilize the space we have and give everything a home. So when you walk in, you'll see the wax first thing on the right. We'll have a designated spot for Zion cases. Again, we sell a lot of them. They're a big part of our business. It's the best case in the market. We'll have a designated spot in our shop for those. Then we're gonna move merch around. It's currently in the front, self-service. It'll likely be more towards the back. The current setup for it doesn't really work super well, so we're gonna move that. I think the only thing that's really gonna stay in the same spot is probably the supplies. We'll probably look to upgrade those shelves. They have been here since the very beginning. And as soon as you walk in the very back, you'll have, I think it's gonna be 3 standing 6-foot showcases that will hold all of our TCG stuff. So Pokemon, Lorcana, Disney, Marvel, all of that stuff, both singles and waxed, will be right in the back right when you walk in. Again, I think it's important for us to have a designated spot in our shop for that. Pokemon's oftentimes a lot of people's entryway into the sports card hobby. I know I started with Pokemon. I know a lot of collectors start with Pokemon. It's a big part of the market now. And again, with the rise of TCG and the rise of non-sport over the last 4 years, really the last 18 months or so, I think it'll be important to have a designated spot for that stuff here in the shop. So that'll be right in the back right when you walk in. But as you walk in, you'll pass 4 standing showcases. I think this is important. Again, we're gonna have 1,000+ cards in those 4 standing showcases. We've never, ever been able to put out that kind of volume at scale. So again, trying to maximize the space we have now. You'll walk past those 4, brand new standing showcases, and I think those will be a huge addition to the shop and will allow us to do things with, putting out more singles that we've just never been able to do before. And then when you walk in, again, where the wax is currently at, there'll be a custom built, again, kind of like a card bar. So not necessarily like the one we had originally. It's gonna be more like table height, but it'll have some custom shelves built in where people can pull boxes from and then sit at and look at cards. So we still want to have space for customers to be able to look at cards. We have a lot of value boxes. It's a huge part of our shop now. We have so much variety, and that is something we really focus on, but want to be able to put that off in a better spot and enhance that experience for the customer. So as we look to continue to grow the value boxes and what we can offer, I think this, the card bar setup will allow us to, continue to put more out and, continue to still focus on the singles. Yeah, I mean, we've got to close after 5 and then disassemble this place. You know how long that's going to take? That's one thing we probably want to do is see if we can get extra help this weekend. All right, met with the contractors on, what was that, Thursday before we left for Shipshewana. So now it is Sunday, and they are going to be here bright and early tomorrow. I think like 6:30 or 7 a.m. So now we have to basically get everything out for them to start working before that happens. So we literally just closed, so now it's just trying to take all of this stuff out of the way. We can always organize it later, but it's just, we gotta clear the showroom out so they can do everything they need to here. You don't realize how much stuff you have. It's like moving, like you don't realize how much stuff you have until it comes time to mess with it all. So a lot more stuff than I ever could have imagined. Shout out to CC3 for coming up and helping move. You can see how much value he's really adding over there. Just, you know, directing. Real big director guy. Yeah. You're packing? Packing. He's packing. Finally came around to start helping. Need to get rid of this Micah Parsons jersey before the guy gets traded. Last time we had a Dallas Star player, they got traded. Shout out Luca. This, you know what this might be? This might be a giveaway on trade night when we reopen. Oh yeah, the light is undefeated. All faded? Not all faded, but it has seen better days.
When did you have that since?
We got this like the first year I was open. Someone brought it in. It was actually one of the earliest deals. Cameron Hayward Letterman from 2011. Now CC3 wants to take it and put in his room. Are you helping? What are you helping with?
Take it as No, don't do that.
You're not helping much. I thought we were packing. We packing? Yeah. All right, let's go pack. The Google review sign, like I want to like make a nicer one. I want to get like the merch and the Zion case list. Like we have a way nicer merch thing that we take to shows. I want to replace that Zion case list. I want to, again, like don't grab, like I want to make nicer pricing for that. Like ideally something we can put on a frame and put on the wall. I think the biggest challenge now is when we opened this in May of 2021. Everything had a home. It was perfectly organized. It was just the perfect amount of space. I mean, we doubled the amount of space we had. Now you look at it, and as we continue to put more and more stuff out, it almost feels more cluttered to me. So I think this is a good opportunity to kind of reset, modernize the shop. Again, the lighting, the wax wall, the layout, some of those things I think can be changed, it can be modernized. But I think the biggest thing now is as we've grown, it's almost become, to me, more cluttered than anything. And I don't want this to be an old school shop where you just walk in and everything's in piles and not really organized. And I think this is a good opportunity to kind of, you know, right the ship and, you know, get some more organization and direction with the layout of the shop. Today is officially day number 1 of a remodel. We don't have a lot of days to lose, so I'm expecting some of this progress to go pretty quickly. You know, 2 weeks ago we stood in here and, you know, it was completely different, and now it's, you look around and this is crazy. I mean, it's really coming together. It looks amazing. I'm such a big fan. Excited for tomorrow. Excited to see what you know, the start of the next chapter looks like. So.